Hey y'all, Brian Ray with North Texas Waste Removal. So right now I'm actually kind of putting my life into my own hands. My son is getting to work with me because I had an unexpected work day today, which is a Saturday. So he's off work and came with me to do a couple, at least one dump and return, if not two at the same location. Was kind of unexpected this morning. I didn't know that the roofing company was working today, and so they called me first thing this morning and said that both dumpsters were almost full, so I get to work on a Saturday. But I'm putting my life into my own hands because he's driving. And so even with navigation and his father that's lived in the North Texas Metroplex for 55 years telling him where to go, he still ends up on the wrong road twice. So we've had to make 2 U-turns and rely on GPS a little bit too much. GPS will tell him one thing, I'll tell him another thing, because Dad's smarter than GPS, and he ends up doing the wrong thing every time, which is not listen to his father. So it's taken us a little bit longer to get there. It was probably about an hour one way we're going to get to the job site. And unfortunately, since it's a Saturday, the closest landfill, a Republic landfill, is closed. Are you going to be turning left up here? Mm-hmm. Okay. Republic landfill's closed, so we have to drive all the way from the north side of Dallas to the south side of Dallas to McComas Bluff, which is down south on right around the 45 and 20 area. So we'll see how much longer of a commute it's going to take us, and we're going to get to see his backing skills. So before he backs up, I'm going to get out and either put this thing up on a tripod, or I'm going to film it and see how good he is at backing the trailer and hooking to a dumpster. It's a little bit easier to deliver a dumpster than it is to pick it up, because those rails have to be exactly on those rollers. So there's you got 6 inches, 8 inches of play. Besides that, it has to be right on. So we'll see if he gets to be embarrassed on social media today with pulling forward, backing up, pulling forward, backing up, pulling forward, backing up. We'll see. I wouldn't say anything to embarrass him on social media when this thing's going to get viewed thousands and thousands and thousands of times. So. All right. Well, when we get there, I'll come back on and we'll see how his backing skills are. He's done an okay job with all the traffic in Dallas. I've only had to grip the door handle a few times, but besides getting us lost twice, he's done a fairly good job at pulling the trailer. We'll just check how well he does backing. So, see y'all in just a minute. All right, we'll see how he does. I know I can get this one. Are y'all gonna fill another one back up? You gonna fill both of them back up today? Okay. Well, then we'll come back and get that one too.
Okay.
Doing good so far. So we're
way off.
gonna take another stab at it. This right here needs to be on the inside of the stripe. So I've done it where I can use my rail as a guide, and it just needs to be on this side of the stripe, and it's be good. Looking good. Look at that. Oh. All right. Set the parking brake and grab the remote. Looks good. So just the straps need to be undone, and that needs to be loosened where you can, the snatch block loosened. The close landfill, it's closed today. So I have to take this all the way to 45 and 20 South Dallas to get it dumped. So it's going to take a little longer today. And I have these, just pull it up, yank it up. There you go. Those are, that bar is actually on, strapped down with magnets, these straps. And those are, makes things a lot easier because I actually have it done on this side as well with my shovel and my broom. Those are just magnets that hold things to the trailer with straps, and they don't budge at all. And this Texas Pride trailer, y'all have heard me fuss about how slow it is, so I'm not going to bore y'all with this. I will be back here in just a minute. All right, we're back. Got the rails up, lower than the rollers, and he just hooked the snatch block on, so go ahead and pull it. And this is what I was talking about, having to be right on. So he actually did an outstanding job at lining this trailer up, and he only had to adjust one or two times. So Justin, you're going to get it up to where most of the dumpster is up on the rails, and then lower the rails. That way you're not putting all the weight on this one back axle, you're putting it on both. I would say the roller is probably right about here is when you start lowering it. So normally what I'll do is, this is not a heavy load, but with my heavier loads, I will keep it going up longer and get higher up on the rails. So that way when I do start to lower the rails, instead of lowering them right now where most of the weight will be on this one back axle, I get the weight moved forward and then I start to lower it. So when I start picking up the dumpster, it's distributed more evenly on both axles. That way I just don't keep putting so much pressure over and over on that back rear. Back and rear is the same thing. So on that rear axle. So as you'll see, if I was to already start to do that and hitting, most of the weight would be over this one. So now that it's up farther, you can see now, once it starts lifting, go ahead. Once it starts keep going. Once it starts lifting it up, right now, you can see how we have a lot up front and in the back. So it's more evenly distributed. Hope that makes sense. It's kind of hard to, at least for me, to explain it. But now he's gonna adjust in the hooks. They fell down when he raised the rails to load the dumpster. And we're almost there. So all that's left now is going to be attaching these straps. We already checked our rear door to make sure it was shut. So he's just going to adjust the straps, and then we're going to put the tarp in position, and we are ready to go after a picture and entering the picture into the software as well as the dumpster number. So I'll let you go for now, and then we'll show you the entering it into the ICANS software, how easy that is, and then we'll be on our way to South Dallas. All right, so I just brought up the software. We just took a picture on my iPad of the dumpster with the numbers showing. So earlier when we were on our way, I swiped right and said that the job had started. We clicked on the navigation. That's what brought us here. So now that we're at the job, now all I have to do is swipe up, and it asks me, are you at the location? Swipe that thing over. All I have to do is add a photo. I've already taken it from the gallery. There it is. Add it. You can see it already popped up, and then we just enter the dumpster number that we're picking up. So it's 2501. It was my first 25-yard dumpster. Hit return, and then it says finish task. So one of the things great about this the software is you can go in there and actually put in what landfill you want to go to beforehand when you're dispatching it. So now all I have to do is say we're going to McComas Bluff, swipe over. It gives me the navigation. When I'm there, I can swipe over, add all my weights and all that, and then finish the task as well and head back here, and I will show you that once we get there. All right, so we're here at the landfill, just emptied the dumpster, and so all I have to do is swipe up. Are you at the location? I'm going to say yes, and then we're going to add we're going to take a picture of the weight ticket, and we're going to put it there. But at this point, all we're going to do is put in the tons, which was only 1.18 tons. Scroll up. The price that we had to pay, our price was $49.95. It's going to ask for the material. Now this carries over from when you're dispatching. You're able to put in the material that when you generate the ticket, and so I already put in the ticket that it was roofing foam, so it carried that over into here, and so we're going to click on that, and it's going to take us to finish task. So finished it. Now that since this is a dump and return, now it's telling us that we have to go drop this dumpster off at the location. So we're just going to swipe. Here it is. We can hit navigate from the landfill. It takes us to Apple Maps, and it's 43 minutes. So we're going to hit that, and there we go. Well, we're going to head to the location, drop this thing off, and see if we have enough time to get back here to this landfill with the other full one. All right, y'all, we're back at the location. Left the landfill, back here at the location. So here was that first dumpster that they were working on, and we're putting it right back here, and Justin is backing up now. So we were able to make it back through Dallas and not take the wrong way, the wrong roads like he did before. He did a great job driving. Justin is 19 years old. He graduated this last May. It is February now, and in the March, he's already gone through MEPS. He is going to boot camp at the end of March for the Naval Boot Camp up in Great Lakes, Illinois. So he's going to continue to work and spend time with his family until then. So looking good on the backing up. Go ahead and get it straight. Sometimes with backing up, people don't start straightening it out soon enough, and they end up having to readjust, which is a common mistake. He's doing pretty good. We just don't want to run into that. And we don't want to hit the pallets. No, back. Alrighty. So I'll show you how on the software about getting back to the location and all that. That's good. Boom. But we're supposed to, looks like the job site guys, the roofing company that I work with, they're pretty much gone for the day. So it's Saturday. I got things to do, places to be, and spend time with family, so I am not going to do this dump and return today. I am going to be out here first thing 8 o'clock on Monday morning and grab this one, so that way they can, by the time they fill this one up, this one will be back, and that way I can do a dump and return on that one Monday morning, if it's not raining. It's supposed to be raining a little bit here in North Texas. So he's done an absolutely great job. I'll come over here while he's unloading this. Come over here to the software and I'll show you what we got going on with the software. So with the software, I showed you how that we check back and route with that ticket. So this is where we are. So we are back at the job site. So are you at the location? Yes. Here we're going to take us a video. We're dropping off the same asset ID number, which is 2501. That's the one that we took, since this is a dump and return. And once we add that picture, we just hit finish task, and this task is done. The dump and return will be completed. It will show that we picked up this dumpster. It will show that we went to McComas Bluff landfill. The landfill information was entered in there. It will show that we dropped this off with all the pictures and documented it for us. That way it will then go on as into the ready invoices, where it's ready to be invoiced. Now, since I do so many dumpsters with this company, this is actually number 6 that I've done at this job site. So I delivered both of these, which was a delivery charge or a rental charge for both of them. And then I did a dump and return on both of them yesterday, and then a dump and return on both of them today and Monday. So that would be rental number 6. Rental number 6. And we're just getting started at this location. I'm about to start another one that's going to have 2 and 3 dumpsters at it as well. And it's going to be probably about 50 exchanges or dump and returns just off that one job. So this year is looking good. Hopefully I'll be able to double my revenue from 2024. I talked to y'all a little bit about my business plan for this next year. My revenue last year was 160, and this year I have it for 250, but my ultimate goal is that 320. Is that 320. So the back rollers are not rolling for some reason. Justin, lower it first. Lower it first. Get the rollers off the ground and let it go out all the way, then elevate the rail. So sometimes this happens. So you can see what he had a good angle on it. So you would think that it would just hit those rollers and be able to roll out. Well, sometimes because of the concrete or the rollers having stuff on them, they don't want to roll at that angle. So what you end up having to do, keep going, no, keep going, down. This is what you have to do, is get this angle back low enough where gravity will work for you, and get it extended out farther. Go ahead and extend it. Go ahead. So we're not very high, but gravity is still being able to work with that winch. So we're going to get it out there farther. All right, now elevate it. There you go. Now we're going to elevate it, and that way it's not trying to roll from down all the way up there. It's going to roll here, and the angle is going to be better for us. So we'll see how that works out. It's tight, so what that means is that the rollers are actually moving as we elevate it. We would know if the rollers weren't moving. As we elevate it, we would get slack in that line because the angle from the dumpster to the rails is changing, and we would get slack in that line. But since it's tight, we know that we're still moving down here. So we're good to go. Get it all the way on the ground, the back roller. And this is what I'm telling him to get all the way back on the ground. Now go ahead and try to extend it. So now our angle was better, and we're able to let that winch work and gravity work, and we're good to go. So sometimes it's just finesse. You'll learn this as you get going. And some people have problems right at the beginning. It's just something that I've learned. Get a lot of it off the butt end of those rails at a low angle, and that way the angle works to your advantage when you elevate your rails to a higher angle, so that way you can get it off and on the ground. This is a Texas Pride dumpster, not near as beefy as this dumpster. I got this one from Keystone, night and day difference, but this one has feet on it, which I kind of like that aspect of it. I don't like the thinness of the metal or the double doors in the back. The double doors I think is actually dangerous. Then let me show you why. So in order for me to be able to unload this thing when I'm at the landfill, I got to come back here, and this is supposed to, you can see why, another reason I don't like Texas Pride. This latch is already broke off, and I'm having to do it with just this one latch. So I'm having to stand here at where the doors open in order to open these. And if there's any pressure inside, the doors can come out. Or even if there's not, when I go to open up these doors, things can fall out, and I've been hitting the legs, I've been hitting the shoulder. It's just not a good design having double doors with something this big. On a roll-off dumpster, oh my goodness, my mind just went blank. Not a roll-off, but a dump trailer, thank you. A dump trailer, it's not as big of a deal because you're not talking about as high, and it's a little bit easier. Now this one, you can see how much more substantial this is. So I go to flip this. That's what holds this down. Take the chain off and then open it up with the handle. And this whole door, I'm over here to the side as I open it up. And I can even grab this and pull backwards and stay behind this door as I open it. So it's a lot more safe to open and to operate this kind of a dumpster with a single door than it is the double doors like what Texas Pride has. So I don't buy any more Texas Pride dumpsters. The trailer has been absolutely good. You can see how substantial the trailer is. The problem I keep telling y'all about, you see the hinge point? Look how much rail is behind that hinge point. So what happens is when I elevate the top, this hits prematurely because of how much distance there is past this these hinges. So it hits the ground way too early. And so you don't get as high of an angle up here before it hits the ground. So you have to pull forward, back up, slam on the brakes. Pull forward, slam on the brakes to get your loads busted loose, which is what we had to do at the landfill the last time. So hope you liked a little sneak peek of the, well, not sneak peek, but a little of a look at ICANS new driver app, and saw how good it was and how easy it is to operate the driver app. And once I get permission from Ricardo there at ICANS to post that, I'll be more than happy to post it for you, and that way y'all are actually able to see it. And because I'm not going to post this video until I get permission from him. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed getting to see Justin driving, get us lost a couple times, and the excellent job backing up he did. And y'all have an absolutely great day. Talk to y'all later.